A study is done to determine if elderly drivers are involved in more motor vehicle fatalities than other drivers. So you want to pick the independent and dependent variable. So the independent is going to be the age of the driver, and dependent is the number of fatalities. So think about this. You want to determine, is the age of the driver determining the number of fatalities, or is the number of fatalities determining the age of the driver? It makes more sense that age might be tied to more fatalities. The older a driver is, maybe more fatalities are involved, or more motor vehicle accidents are involved with. So age is independent and fatalities is dependent. So for this one, a grocery bill changes based on the number of family members. So is the grocery bill determining the number of family members, or is the number of family members determining the grocery bill? So number of family members is the independent. It's determining the grocery bill. The grocery bill is dependent on the number of family members. So for this one, a loan officer makes 95%. That means they're in this category. They have to be over 100 or over to be in this category. So their equation is going to be 4,200. The 4,200 actually represents the base, and the 115x is the slope. And so 115 is added for every additional percentage point. For this problem, it's $25 is the base, and then it's $12.50 an hour. So if you do 1 hour, you add $12.50. If you do 2 hours, then it's $12.50 times 2 plus the 25. This one's not linear because of the squared. The exponent greater than 1. Same with this one, it's not linear. It's a parabola. So the graph does not show a linear equation because the graph is not a straight line. A specialty cleaning company charges an equipment fee and an hourly fee. So what is the independent variable? The number of hours the company charges. And then the dependent is the amount. So again, does the amount the company charge determine the number of hours, or do the number of hours determine the cost? So it's the number of hours is the independent, which is determining the cost, or the cost is dependent on the number of hours. Okay, so here, due to erosion, here's our equation. There's no y-intercept. It's y equals a plus bx. The slope is always with x. So here's your slope, but there's no y-intercept. So here, how many pounds of soil does the shoreline lose in a year? This is your slope. So the slope is 13,000. But the y-intercept for this equation is 0 because there's nothing listed next to the x. And so that means there is no fixed amount of soil that was lost before the erosion began. For this one, x is the number of hours passed in an 8-hour day of trading. So you can think you have 15 minus 1.5x. X is the number of hours passed in an 8-hour day of trading. So if x is 1, you can see the price is 15 minus 1.5. But like if x is 10, then it'd be like 15 minus 1.5 times 10, which is 15. So the cost would be 0. So you want a positive slope because that would mean the value of the stock is increasing and you'd be gaining money.